Start streaming. All right. All right. Looks like everything's up and running. All right. So, good evening, everybody. Um, we're going to be working on our track plan for our model railroad layout tonight. So basically, where these dark lines here are, they're if we zoom in, they're actually 1x4 piece of wood. Just basically just outlining a rough spot where our bench work is going to be. So anyway, what I'm thinking of doing here is we've got a track here, and what I'm wanting to do is this is going to be the main line. So, but I want to have a siding that will follow the main line when it enters into this section here of the layout. And basically what this main line here, what it's going to do is it's going to run along the edge of this little island here all the way around. And right now I'm thinking of uh, doing a siding following the main line through here. But we might, in the future, we might end up keeping it, or we might be scratching it. It just all depends on how I like the flow of it and stuff like that. So basically, what this island, what it's going to be, instead of having a helix like over here in the corner here, or having a helix over here on this side over here, or in this corner here, with this island here, what it's going to do is it's going to allow us to transition from the main level to the upper deck. And what I was planning on doing is have a line come in, and as it comes around and stuff like that, it'll basically loop around on itself, and then it would come out and traverse this way here. So it would enter in this side, come in, loop around a couple times to get up to the height that we need it to, and then it will exit on this side over here. That's the plan, and that's kind of what we're going to be working on tonight. Uh, well, right now, tonight, what we're going to be working on is this main line here that's going to be flowing around the outside edge. And what I'm going to do with it is it's going to come around. It's going to follow this edge over here, come down here, and then it's going to go into it'll be going into here, and it'll circle around, and then when it comes out, it's going to be probably an inch or two higher than uh, this level here. So back here it would be about an inch or two higher, and then we're going to have a staging yard, probably about from right in here or a main uh, a main yard. We'll have about right in here. It'll come around this turn here, and then it will end somewhere out in here, and then we'll have industries along this back wall that we'll put spurs and all that kind of stuff in. So, but we'll probably not be able to get that far tonight. But that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing. So right now, what we'll do is we're just going to work on this main line through this island here. So I got the parallel tool, and what we're going to do is we're going to set our siding track. Let's see here. Let's go to properties. No, that's not what we want. That's not what we're wanting. Okay. I'm not real sure what the tool is, or what the menu. Is it options? Alright, no, I don't think it's... this is, we'll probably want this click, move, click style. Or let's do both. Let's do both. That's the environment. Nope, that's the environment. Okay, so... Okay. Mouse wheel, zoom, startup. Tools. Okay, so distance between parallel objects. So that's why it set this track here where it did. So what that's telling us is, let's go ahead and we'll delete this. So if we grab our parallel tool like that, and then we drag, let's say we drag it up here, when I release the mouse button, it's gonna plop back down here. So now the track is actually 2 inches apart from center of track to center of track. So that'll be 2 inches. And I'm doing this on this straightaway here because let's come over here and we'll do the same thing to this one here. So we'll grab this one and we'll draw a parallel track. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our circle tool and we're going to draw us a circle. Doesn't matter what size it is because I can always resize our circle. Alright, let's now I'm using the arrow keys to kind of line this up a little bit. Let's zoom in here to this side. Let's go ahead and move it over just a slight. Okay, so now we have our circle there. Let's, oh, hold on, it's highlighted. So let's go ahead and change the diameter or the radius of our circle to 30 inches. So now there's our 30-inch circle. So let's slide it over a little bit. Zoom in. It's about where we want, because we don't want it right on the edge, but we want it as close to this edge as possible. And if I have to, I'll put plexiglass on this on the fascia if I need to. Okay, so now we have that. Let's get our copy tool. And then, oh, grab our circle. We'll throw a circle here. I'm just going to be drawing some circles. I'm going to probably have to like that. And this one here is going to have to be kind of like this. Just trying to line. Hmm. Maybe something like that. We might have to replace these circles in different spots, but for right now, that's how we're going to do it. Alright, so now we're going to grab this tool, and this is going to, we want to connect with easements. And then click on that track, and we click on this circle. Oh. Alright, so that's telling us that we have to move our circle. So we can slide our circle down. We'll move it over just a little bit. Okay, we go back to our connect tool and see if it'll connect. There we go. Okay. So this is the main line. This is the siding. This is the siding. Or we can make this the main line. It doesn't really matter. Not sure how we're going to put that switch track. We'll have to play with that later. Right now all I'm doing is trying to let's see, yep, right click to change that tool, change it to the right direction, and like that. Then right click so we can move our connect tool around. This one here might beep at us. Oh, I liked it. Alright. Okay, so now we're just connecting all our circles. This one here might beep at us. I don't know if it's going to like it or not. We might have to move. Oh, I liked it. Sweet. Okay, so now Didn't like that one though. Okay, so what we'll need to do is undo that last connect. Kind of had a feeling that that was going to happen. And now, let's unselect that whole thing. Just select our circle. And we have to move our circle down. And we'll move it over just a little bit, like that. Grab our connect tool again. Make sure we're coming off the circle the right direction. Connect. And hopefully now it will like. Nope, didn't like that. Okay. I'll have to move it just a little bit. Alright. So let's try this. Because this is where it's failing. This is on this connection here. Okay, so like that. Okay. So now we come off of this circle, we go to this circle, and hopefully it likes it. And now it doesn't like that one. Okay. Let's move our circle over. It just doesn't like how it's crossing. Yeah, it should like that, and then it should like this. There we go. So right in here, what's going to happen is, I'm not sure exactly which side, but either this side over here or this side over here is got to be higher than the other side, if that makes any sense. Because what's going to happen is that, let's say if this is going to be, let's say this track here is going to be our main line, so it's going to come in and it's going to swing around and then go around our whole entire island and then come back up, and then it's going to cross over here again. Well, we can't have this line and this line on the same plane, because they don't make a crossover track that tight. I think that's too tight of a, yeah. So what we're going to have to do is raise one side or the other. We'll probably have to raise it 4 to 5 inches. And then what's going to happen is, let's say this side here is up higher, okay? The track comes over, it goes over the top of this track here, goes over the top, and then comes down into here. And then when it comes around, then this track here will go under this track, go under and come out and go straight across. So that right in here will be kind of like a bridge. Now what I'm thinking of doing is kind of making this like inside a tunnel or inside a mountain type thing, to where you're not really going to see this. This part here will probably be hidden. So now that we have our main track line drawn, and now I can shorten up these boards here and kind of make the island, like especially right in here, unless I want to have this opened, you know, and have this squared off. But more than likely what I'll probably end up doing is bending the wood to follow the contour of this track, is probably what I'm going to end up doing. But now what we can do is we can take our parallel track tool, and now that we can delete this track, grab our parallel tool. Now we can just grab this track here, drop that down. Now we have a parallel track. And we can do this all the way around this whole thing. And we'll have a main line with the siding all the way around our island. Or what I can do, instead of making this a main line with the siding, I can make this a main line with uh, or make this a double main line. Let's go ahead and we'll delete this track. Grab our parallel tool. Oh. Alright, what we don't want is we don't want double tracks. Right in here. Yeah, see, that was double track. I don't know about in here. Is that gonna? Yeah, that screwed us up. Okay, so now we can undo, and it puts our track back in there. Alright, so now, see how quick we have either a siding or a double main line going around our island. We'll probably have to make these a little shorter. I should have grabbed our 30-inch radius circle and made some more copies of it. Okay, and then okay, there, okay, there. See, this is why we need to make this shorter, like that. Like that. Probably need to slide this down just a little bit more and slide it over like that. I'm thinking, oh, before we do that, let's go ahead and make a copy. I'm going to flop it down here in this corner here. Something like that. like that. So now we can grab our parallel Yeah, see, it's gonna pop that. We'll just delete that other track. And I'm just going through and trying to delete the double lines being drawn, because eventually what I need to do, and it's going to take some time to do it, is go through all these tracks and change the elevations. So we have it like that. So now what we can do, just to fix our wood, we can come in and shrink these up a little bit so the corners aren't getting cut off too bad. See, like this one here, we can move it over, and then we can cut it down. Then this one here, we can bring it up. We can slide it over a little bit. Let's fix this corner here. Like that. There, something like that. Then the other thing we can do is go in here, shorten this one up to about right there. Oh. This one here we can slide up. There, something like that. See, so that's going to give us quite a bit of room to move around. Like this aisleway here. This is going to be a 4-foot aisleway here. And then this corner here is going to be opened up because I'll probably, with the bench work, we'll bow the wood around this corner. Same way with around this island. We'll just bow the wood around where all of this stuff here is at. This aisleway here is little wider than 36 inches, but we'll swing the board like there'll be another. Let's see. But oh, that's all on the same. Oh man, that's not what I wanted. All right, we'll have to fix that. That means all these here are all on the same main line. 1A. The main line 1A is the for all the track work, and then what's supposed to be is bench work 1A is supposed to be all the wood. So we'll have to fix that. I can do that off screen. Yeah, see, I don't know why this thing does that, but whatever. Alright, so all of this main line here is all going to be exposed. So it's all going to be on the out in the open to where you can see it. So we can make this side over here lower than this side over here. Let's see, what is the typical? Okay. All right, let's see here. Kind of looking online here for what they're saying. I'm seeing like 3.5 inches. Yeah, they have 3.5 inches. So that's not going to be bad. 3.5 inches. So this is our low side. This is our high side. So if we go three, oop, uh, 3.5 inches. Three and 1/2 inches. All right, let's go into 3D and see what that looked like. Yeah, see that's okay. Well, we're going in the right direction here. 3. Okay, so now if we go back into 3D, so now that track is higher than this track over here. Okay, but this is all going to have to be raised up even higher, because let's see, because right now all of this stuff here is all sitting on the floor. So we could actually raise this stuff up to where it needs to be. And I'm thinking my first layer or level is going to be the staging yard, which is going to be underneath the first level. And I'm thinking of putting it at 30 inches off the floor for the staging yard. And then would have to be 48 inches, 4 feet. We'll have to measure it, but I want the main level to be at a good height to where I'm not having to stand up on a stool or anything for the first level. The second level probably will have to get up on a stool. But I'm thinking the first level to be, let's say, 48 inches. Okay, so really technically uh, all this track here would have to be 48, 51 and a half inches. So let's put this at 51 and a half, and then 51 and a half. Alright, so let's see, and that's at 51, 51 and a half. Okay, so now we go into 3D mode. Now our track is way the hell up there, but that's where we need to be. But I'll need to double check all this. I'm not gonna raise all these tracks tonight, because I want to get a tape measure and actually check some things out before I raise all of this stuff up. So this one here needs to just be at 48 inches. 48. So now we look at that. Now there should be a 3.5 inch gap between these two tracks. So if we lower, go forward, then what we can do, let's see, rolling stock. Yeah, so here's an SD40. Okay, so there's our train. This is what's cool about this program is Okay, so now we have our train. We could actually move it on the track. This is what I like about this program, is you can actually run virtual trains on your layout as you're developing it to see how things actually look. And then if I wanted to, I could actually add more cars and stuff like that to it. But yeah, so it looks like it's going to have enough clearance. Pretty cool. That's just too damn cool. Alright, take our train off the track. So that's actually looking pretty good. So now I'll have to find. Alright, let's see. I'll have to find the. Okay, so the tracks coming around. So these going around are lower than this over here. So this is higher. So to get this back down to that. Oh, there we go. We're going to need. There should be. There's got to be a way of selecting multiple tracks and then setting, like, let's say you go from 51.5 inches down to 48, so you can put 48 on one side and 51 on the other side, and let's say select, you know, a decent length of track, and then that way you only have like a 2% grade as it comes down to the 48-inch track. Is it? No, that's not it. Draw line, no. It could be this make a path. We could try it. We can definitely try it. So that's 51.5 to 51.5. So it'd have to start right here. So if we go here, and then over here, and make a path, we need to click here. Alright, that's something. How do we unselect? Oh, like that. Okay. So connect, make a path. So hopefully it'll follow the track. So if we can come over, let's say to here. Ah, look at that. That's cool. So now, okay. Let's see. If we select, if we select that guy, we'll put 40. Okay. How? Make a path. And then do I right click it? Yeah, see, that's 1.457%. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is actually looking good now. Okay, so that path, that's a 1.457% grade. Okay, so then if we select that guy, and then we go 48, we just go around. Forty-eight, 48. Okay, so now if we go into 3D, we should see around our whole thing. Look at that. That's cool. So now we can go into 2D. Zoom in, set our train on the track, go into 2D. Oh, we wanna go reverse. Now it's gonna follow the train. That's too damn cool. Alright, so it looks like I got some more work to do here. A whole lot of work. I gotta take all the bench work and raise it up to 48 inches where it needs to be, 48 inches. 51 and a half inches where it needs to be, 51 and a half. Yeah, we're watching our train run around. Oh, that's just doing the camera. So now it's starting to climb. That's where it's starting to do its climb up to the 3.5 inches above the other track. So then I'm going to be drawing this whole layout drawing in different layers, and then when I turn all the layers on, when you go into 3D mode, you'll be able to run this virtual train around the whole entire layout. That's too cool. Alright, so that's pretty nifty. So now when we go into 3D, we should see two tracks side by side. That's just too freaking cool. Now, what's actually another thing that's cool about doing it this way is I can actually make a spline or part of the benchwork table, piece of wood. I can have it come out like here and then go to the edge, like right in here, and it would only be that wide. And I could have it go around, this whole thing in here. And then when I do that, I could actually, when I go to print it out, I can print it to 1:1, so it'll be full size. And I can print it out and actually cut the wood or the splines however I design them. I can cut them out and use them as templates, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's grab our train and we'll just move him over here. So this one here we can move up to 48. Yeah, the 30 inches for the height of the staging yard, that's just a rough estimate. I might have to play around with that number. So as you see, I'm going to have quite a bit of work on this. Because I got to go through all of these. Oh, let's undo. Just wanted to make sure. Oh, there we go. I'm just checking, make sure that there's no uh, left track down here. And that means that I deleted all the extra track curves and stuff like that. Now the other thing that I might do is because all of this bench work here, so from here all the way around to here, will have to be at 51.5 inches. So what I might do is I might end up flip-flopping. So make this the lower end, so this will be 48 inches. And this side over here, 51.5. But it depends, because what I'm thinking is uh, these tracks here will come down, go in here, swing around, and then as they hit this back corner, as they come around here, it'll all be hidden. So this will all be track that's underneath the layout table benchwork, and it'll slowly go down to the 30-inch along here. So what I was thinking is just to make it a lower grade instead of a higher percentage, make it as low as possible. We'll come around here and then we'll swing around underneath this layer here, swing around and then come back around, come up and then swing back around this way. And as it's doing that, it's going down farther to the 30 inches. So by the time it hits about like right here or even here, it'll be at the 30-inch level. And then right in here, we'll start our staging yard down somewhere around in here. We'll start the staging yard. It'll come around and then it'll start to collapse. Then it'll go into a single track, then swing back around. And then this track here will tie back into this track here. So then this will be a reversing loop. And then it'll go back into the staging yard. So my thought is for the staging yard, the part closer to the aisleway, this aisleway here, will be where the arrival and departure tracks are going to be. And then just a small, like 2 or 3 track yard, maybe even 4 tracks. It just depends on how many I can put in here. And then on this outside part here will actually be staging tracks. So I don't have to tear apart trains. They'll actually stay together and I can store, and I'm thinking probably the same thing, 4 to 5 tracks or even 3 for the actual staging track for trains. That's my idea on that part anyway. But we're going to have to raise all these tracks. But it's looking like it's coming together. Like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's save. Yeah, I moved the data files over to an external hard drive, so they're no longer on my main PC. They're on a external hard drive. That way I can take the external hard drive and I can actually work on this layout on my laptop as well. And then that way I don't have to transfer files back and forth. I can just work off of the one file that's on the hard drive. So that's how I'm doing it. Now, one thing we could do is, let's see, we can come down into here, draw our circles, and let's draw a 30 centimeter or a 30 inch radius track or circle. We might be able to do a larger one. So let's grab this one and we'll put it like about right in here, something like that. Could even do a 36 inch or 37. So something like that. Let's go connect with easements. Come off this circle, go to this circle. So like that. But see, this is being drawn on the wrong layer, but that's alright. I was just kind of playing around with the size of circle, so we could go, we can do a 36. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. We can do like a 36 inch radius circle for our little reversing loop. Alright, so I think let's grab our path tool. I think we went from here down to, we're on the inside. Yeah, so we're on the inside to there. Uh-huh. No path between the two. Alright, well that's probably because it had more than that's why when you use the parallel tool, or the parallel tool, you want to make sure that you delete all the extra tracks, because that's probably what's throwing our path tool off. Let's try that again. Just little things. Huh. It could select itself, but it didn't like, what happened if we go this way? Huh, it worked on the outside one. Maybe there's, let's, uh, huh. Alright, we're gonna have to, probably redo that. Yeah, cause see, it's disconnected here. Okay, so we can try fixing that. So that track we want to delete. So we want to delete it from there. I'll just keep, oh, okay. I don't know if that's actually gonna help anything or screw things up. It's probably screwing it up. Let's try this again. It's not gonna like it. Well, phooey. Oh, that's okay. So go back into 3D. I think I see what's going on. It already did it because I was using the parallel tool. That's that's cool. So it matched the same height and everything. That's cool. I didn't know it did that. That's good to know. That's why we were having issues. Oh, yeah, so now when we go back in, let's see. There we go. There she goes. All right. So now we don't have any track down below other than the track that's on the over here. This track here I'll have to raise up. But like I say, I don't know. I'll probably change the the way that this goes. Instead of this side over here being 51 inches and this side over here being 48, I might change this to where this is 51 and this is 48. It's the only thing that I might do that's different. Why is that? It's like the rails are crisscrossing there. Yeah. I don't know why they're crisscrossing. Yeah, I don't know what that is. What's doing that, but I think our train will run fine on it. We can find out. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but the virtual train ran over it, no problem. Okay. It's looking good, looking good. Yeah, so now for this wood, we don't want it in the main line. But see, it says that it's in benchwork. Benchwork 1A, which is, that's what it's supposed to be. Benchwork. Alright, so I guess all the wood is in the right layer. Okay. I'm just having a little brain fart. Yeah, it's all in the benchwork. Okay. So then we must have benchwork 1A and mainline 1A active. Now that's pretty damn cool. Okay, I'm going to bring this little window in. So now what's cool with this is flex track and then sectional track. But with just the lines that we've drawn so far for the track work, we have 2,220 inches of track. So now if we pull up our calculator, I'll bring that over into our screen here. So we have 2,220 inches of flex track, and we divide that by 36 because that's how long the flex tracks are. We need, just to do the double line going around just our island is we need 61, little over 61 and a half feet of flex track, or 61 and a half pieces of flex track, not feet, but pieces. That's how many flex tracks we need, is 62. Man, so by the time I get this thing all done, I'm gonna have a crap load. Yeah, and I think you can buy a case. The case is either got 100 or 125 pieces, something like that. So yeah, that's almost half of the case. Something like that. Anyway, I'm not sure how many are, or maybe it's 25. Yeah, that's probably more like it, 25 pieces of flex track in a case. So I'll need 3 cases just to do the double track around the island, the peninsula. That's just crazy. All right, that's pretty cool. All right, well, I think we're going to call it an evening tonight. Um, got a little farther than I was expecting. But we'll continue on with this, and like say, I'll probably flip flop. So make this side over here the 48-inch side, and make this side over here the 51.5-inch side. The only problem is I'll be 3.5 inches higher over here, so then I'll have to drop when I go down to the staging yard. I'll have to drop another 3.5 inches, but that's not really a big issue. Yeah, see, I don't know why this program does that, where until you put your cursor on it and then it straightens it up, but it just jacks it up all over. But anyway, it could be just this monitor that's doing it, or maybe it's the zoom. Because when I'm working on my laptop, it doesn't do this, that I noticed. Anyway, let's see, what size circle can we put here? Can we put a 30-inch? No, that's gonna have to be a 48, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 feet. That's 60 inches, so that doesn't look good. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do like a 28 radius track. But we were also going to let's do bench work 1A. We're also going to come out here like that. I select the wood, but yet it doesn't draw it. I have to select it. Yeah, so if we do that, because there's going to be a window on this wall here. There's going to be a window all the way from there, probably about a foot from the door entry. And then we'll probably come out to about here, or we could even come out to here. Alright, so yeah, I think we're gonna call it an evening tonight. So if you enjoyed the video, um, just give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It doesn't really matter. And then if you want to follow my channel, just go ahead and subscribe and click the bell to be notified when I stream. And we'll pick this up another night. So thanks for watching, and have a rest of your good evening, and we'll call it quits. See you next time.